Welcome to Back to School Night. Not exactly where I thought I'd be on Back to School Night, sitting in my office pre-recording a message of welcome. I'm Andy Briggs. I am the principal here at Los Cerros. I've gotten to know quite a few of you. For those of you that I haven't met yet, welcome. Back to School Night is a time where teachers will highlight some of the things that you should expect to see this school year. As we've moved to this digital format, obviously, nobody anticipated this is what school would look like even a year ago. I think our teachers have embraced what technology can provide, and hopefully tonight, after you go through each of your students' classes, you'll have some clarification about what expectations there are, what resources will be available to help, and how we will be meeting the challenge of remote learning. I think in the last week, we've seen that there have been a few technology hiccups. I think we're fine-tuning most of the aspects of digital learning, and I anticipate that this will be a very successful year. One significant change our technology department is embarking on now is requiring people to be logged into an SRV-USD account. The default setting is going to be turned to this, so if your students have problems getting in, make sure that they're logged into their students.srv.net accounts. For Back to School Night, it shouldn't be an issue, but if you have a problem accessing a link, if it says authentication required, have your student log in as them, and then that should help that. We're all trying to work to keep our security as high as possible, and this is one of the things that we have installed this week. I do have a few people that I do want to introduce, and they've recorded a little message for you as well. So I'm going to turn it over to my admin team, and I will be back in a sec.
My name is MULLIKEN, and I am the assistant principal at Los Cerros. All of us here are excited to start the 2020-2021 school year. Middle school is a time where your students will do a lot of growing. Please know that we are here to help. Whether it be supporting your student with processing, learning, or growing, we are here for your student and also for you. Please reach out if you or your students ever need anything. Thank you.
Hi, my name is STACEY Briggs. I am a teacher on special assignment as an administrator here at Los Cerros. I help our administrative team support our Panther families and fabulous staff in promoting student success. During this time, as we are learning to do school differently, working together is key. Please don't hesitate to reach out if questions or concerns arise. Our teachers, counselors, and other support staff, and you, are all in this together, and we can make this a great year for our students.
Hey Los Cerros, welcome to 2021 Back to School Night. I'm Nancy Mahoney. If your student is a 6th or an 8th grader, I will be their counselor. If your student is a 7th grader, Mrs. Haynes will be their counselor. We will be supporting your student with academic, personal, social, and some career counseling. We will be pushing into the classrooms, whether that's virtual or in person, and your student is part of our Google Classroom, so they will be getting lots of helpful information that way as well. We are available for individual appointments, and you can look for our Monday morning email to parents, the Counselor's Corner. There's plenty of helpful information in there. We have a big goal of making sure that your student learns how to advocate for themselves and be successful in middle school and beyond. So please feel free to reach out to either of us if we can make this year more of a success for you and your family. Take care.
Hey LC families, it's Kim Carter. I'm your teacher librarian. I just wanted to pop in during Back to School Night and say hello and introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. You'll see me in a few different capacities, around the school and with your student. Whether it is, teaching and collaborating with teachers on curriculum, traditionally with books and trying to generate interest and get kids reading and to keep them reading. For all of us as a community at Los Cerros, it's so vital that we keep our kids reading. And we know not only does it help academically, but emotionally as well, which a lot of us, need. And this is a really great way to kind of de-stress. So we know that reading de-stresses, it builds vocabulary, it increases empathy, It aids in memory improvement, creates better writing skills, and improved focus and concentration. And it's something that, we need to constantly be working at and working on. It's like building and strengthening a muscle. So it's something that we need to work on every day. So if there aren't already reading routines built in at home, now is a really great time to start that. So building in reading daily, and it's a great time to start developing that with your student. And whether you read books alongside together as a family, or just carve out that reading time. So before bed, before dinner, after school, in the mornings, on weekends, whatever time truly works for you. But anyways, I just wanted to come in and say hi. And if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. We are starting our curbside pickup model, and students will be able to put books on hold, and they will be available to pick up on Thursdays between 2:30 and 4. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Bye.
So I have emailed out a document with links to each teacher's either Zoom or Google Meet, where you will be listening to them talk about their classes. It is live, and some teachers will allow you to ask questions. What I'd love for you to do tonight is to think about the questions you have. If they're clarifying questions about class in general, please feel free to ask. If you have individual questions about your own son or daughter, please use an appropriate channel for that. Each teacher will tell you their best communication method. We are currently updating many of the Google Classrooms to allow access for parents. You should have already received invitations to join. As we move forward, we'll clean up that process a little. As I understand, some of those invitations may have gotten put in spam folders and things like that. As far as communication directly, if you have questions, if you need any help, we're a small community. Please call us, shoot me an email, and we'll take care of whatever needs to happen. This Monday, we will be having our textbook and materials pickup. We're going to be asking that you just send your student, sit in the car in the parking lot with that air conditioner running. I anticipate it'll still be hot next week. But we have a very streamlined process. We're hoping to get your students in and out very quickly. That being said, if you have any materials needs, if there's any supplies you weren't able to get yourself, I did include a form that you could request supplies that we can provide for you if that's needed. On that note, I do want to remind you that I sent out the registration, which would be our donation registration page, a couple weeks ago. If you still want to contribute to any of our boosters, PTA, or our school funds, we would welcome that anytime. If you have any specific questions about boosters, Melissa Cano is our president. If you have questions about PTA, Justine Platt continues in that role this year. If we were in the NPR, I'd make them come up and wave and say a few words right now. That being said, moving forward, I think we're all in this together, and I'm looking forward to a great year. Enjoy back to school night, and we'll see you virtually soon.